Hey, what's going on, One Stop Trader? It's crazy because I was like, dang, he hasn't stopped by in a minute, but I already know how things go. How you been, man? How this week been going for you? I'm still muted. How about now? I thought oh, okay, bet you did hear me. Nah, I feel it. Yeah, I remember you telling me you usually trade in that word. Yeah, no, October has been one of those months. But I mean, as long as you still in there, you got back to where you were, so I think you're good. I think that's the main thing, so you don't have to start all the way back over. But this whole Project X thing has kind of been messing me up these last 2 days. Just because it's like I'm placing trades and I don't even know if it's really gonna count or not. Okay, you got the 150 on trade day. That's what I want to get next is the 150 end of day. That's what I think is gonna be the next move for me. Yeah, man, that's usually the hard part too when you got to crawl back because you can't, risk how you really want to, so you're not winning as much as you want to, and that kind of messes with your brain a little bit. But the fact that you could do that, you just got to apply that same type of strategy. Yeah, facts. Like that's why I'm just gonna be trading this right now. I have like a personal account that I like trade through uh like it's with Hero FX, but it's Trade Locker. I mean their thing's been cool all day. I never uploaded a bunch of money in there, but I mean I still been taking trades, kind of doubling my account balance. Yeah, that's okay, you're doing it right. That's how you got to do it. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. And even with me on my personal, like I really don't even trade my personal like and there's not even I don't even want y'all to think there's anything crazy in there. But when I started it, I had like uploaded maybe like $90 or something just cuz I was playing around with it and I was really hooked on prop firms. Um but this was back in like May or something that I ended up like losing all of that pretty much. Um and then no, I got the balance down. I got down to like $8, and then I didn't touch it for months. And I just kind of been like taking like little trades, trying to build it back up. Because my whole mentality with my personal account is kind of like with prop firms. It's like I want to trade in it as long as possible. I don't want to have to upload more money, buy new evaluations, whatever. So when I got to the $8, I was like, hey, I got to build this back up because I don't want to deposit any more money. But right now we sitting at $40, man. I mean that's not bad. I think that's pretty cool. From $8 to 40. But that just kind of gets my trade like my when I want to trade and I just need to play something, that's where I'll do it in. And yeah, and it's cool not being ready yet. Like I mean you're um you're not risking as much doing prop firms, man. Like that's definitely a plus. it can turn into a problem when you kind of like just keep buying evaluations, like buying a valuation, failing it that day, and then buying another one, like going through 5 evaluations in a day, which I think a lot of people have been there. We've all been there. But that's when you really got to sit back and be like, all right, what's going on? So I was liking shorts. I wanted to see some shorts come like a little bit deeper. I was already in some of these shorts earlier. And last night I had posted that I wanted to get in on the retracement into this 25 300s area. It was pretty sure it was like this wick right here or something, or no, maybe this one. Yeah, I think I got in somewhere right here, but I ended up closing out. Like this was my original TP, but whenever I start getting tired and my eyes start like getting sleepy and I'm up, I'll just close it out. Cause I think this candle right here is where I ended up. Nah, that's too. When did I close it out? I don't remember. Oh no, it was this morning. It was around this candle right here is when I ended up closing it out. This it says 8 a.m. but it's really the 11 a.m. candle for Eastern Standard. Yeah, DJ mode. Oh man, I think everybody has to go through that phase at least once. Like, you know what I mean? They say you're not ready to make 100,000 until you lose 100,000. So it's like kind of like the same thing, same idea. Like you're not ready to be profitable until you're like extremely unprofitable. Yeah. I'm just speaking hypothetically. I'm not really telling you to lose 100,000, but a better way to say it is like you're not ready to make money until you've lost money. You know what I mean? Like you've learned how to lose money. Let me go check on these kids real quick. Hey man, I'm right there with you. I'm not married, but I definitely have a girlfriend and I have 2 kids. I have twin girls, and I just had to go out there and check on them. It's funny because this morning, man, I woke up and I just heard them running around in the living room because they know how to open their doors now. And I go out there, baby powder everywhere, bro. Kids, man. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Amazon driver knows exactly who I am too. I mean, who really goes to the store for real for most of the stuff? Can order anything on Amazon. But yeah, man, these kids, man, Find your lady, man. They'll run them pockets dry. It's funny. I'm always trying to like. I never um tell my girl how much I make every day. I just be telling, yeah, don't ask me. It's all good. We're good though. Because as soon as they know exactly how much it is, it's over with. It's not your money anymore. I love them though. Headaches, but I love them, man. Yeah. Oh, your kids asked too? Oh man. Yeah, my kids are about to be 2 next month, so they not getting there. They'll get there soon. I'm sure they'll start asking, but I'm always muting the mic too because they come to the door and knock. Daddy, where are you? Open this door. All right. Hey, this is who I do it for though. It's for them, man. Yeah, little gremlins, man, terrorizing us. All right, looks like we reaching for this New York lunch low first, which kind of goes against what I was originally thinking. So I'm thinking we might get longs, but I just wouldn't be interested in longs until we came down here. I mean, we are still, if we look at the 4 hour, we are sitting in a pretty good spot to reverse and continue long, but I'm just looking at how much we've sold off. We still have 36 minutes left in this 4 hour candle. And then, yeah, if we're looking at the daily, we're all the way. I mean, in my perfect world, I want us to come finally close this new week opening gap from like 2 weeks ago or something, or however long it goes. But you know, we're failing up here on the daily. So these are probably wicks on the weekly, 2 big old wicks. Yeah, see, wicks on the weekly. I meant to say, I don't know if I said that or not, but see, we got these 2 big wicks here from. That's what these wicks are right here. So it's like we're failing. We're not taking out previous week high. We're back into previous week's range. Today's Wednesday. Yeah, so it might wait for this initial, like this real sell-off where I want us to go short. It could be like a tomorrow setup or something. Cause let's look at the daily. If we think about power 3. So like, what's this? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, so this looks like we're gonna have a bearish week. So I wouldn't be upset seeing this weekly candle come down here and close down here in the 24.4 area, 24,400s area. I'd really like us to come below this 24,161 at some point. You know, I know that's people are eyeing this because it's the opposite side of that new week opening gap. And yeah, so I'm thinking we're bearish for the rest of the week. So the reason I'm saying that too, so if we don't take this, right, so if we just kind of come trade around here, we don't really push down here, I'm thinking we'll come down here Thursday. We'll kind of start getting closer to this lower end. And then Friday, we'll probably get like some type of reversal. not like a crazy reversal to go take highs again, but just like, once we reach the low of the week, kind of just gonna pull back a little bit and then probably consolidate, for the rest of Friday. And then when Sunday opens, kind of still some more consolidation and then continue our moves after that. Yeah, the Bulls have been going crazy. But I think we might be getting it might be switching around on us, like you're saying, and getting this bearish market. I'm not really liking that we're sweeping these lows first, this New York lunch low, but probably just wait it out and see. And I think you still been good for it to be a bull, like been on this bullish run. You still been finding ways to make some money. I think that's good. No, that's facts, but it's also good that you can make money both. I mean, in any market, I think that's a plus, man. Are you ever gonna start taking longs, or you just strictly shorts forever ever, or you're just kind of like giving it more time, trying to perfect shorts and then start perfecting the longs? Okay. Okay, got you, got you. Yeah, you got to go with what you see, like what is easy for you to see. Like if you can spot shorts easier, then definitely stick with that until something changes. That's crazy. I don't think I could ever do that. I would just be blowing accounts because I'll be like, I have to get in a trade, even though I know we're bullish. I'd probably still be trying to go short or something. Hey, what's going on, Futures Empress? Hey, Futures Empress, you went crazy on gold last night, didn't you? Hey, that's good. That's good. Good job, Futures Empress. What's going on, Masaka? Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Masaka. Welcome back. Appreciate you joining the Discord too. I've been seeing you in there. Oh yeah, one stop. I have a Discord. Let me post that link. All free, but I think you in there would be dope because you definitely be dropping some gems. Hey, good job. Did you what was it? Were you going short? All right, there we go. Discord's pinned in the chat. If anybody's not in there, go ahead and hop on in, man. We got 12 people right now so far. Let's keep it building. Oh yeah, them shorts were nice. Yep. Congrats. Yeah, so for right now, like I wanted to go short. Like I wanted to get in on the continued sell off. I'm trying to see how we can get an entry, but the way this is like forming right now, I'm not really liking the shorts from here. Now I don't think we're gonna like go all the way and take out previous highs and all of that, like the AM high and this London high. But yeah, maybe we just dig down a little bit more and then we're probably gonna trade back up to this New York lunch and maybe close right here. I mean, I feel like that might make a little sense with like these higher time frame candles. But if we look at this 4 hour though too, like it almost looks like we want to disrespect this 4 hour fair value gap. We still got 25 minutes left in that candle, so. But that's one. So it's a couple things. If we come down, start trading down here before this candle is up, like I'm genuinely believing that we're gonna come down here and then probably snap back up in the last couple minutes of this 4 hour candle, and then maybe get a closure right here or somewhere around it, and then maybe go to retest this New York lunch high, and then after doing that, maybe start seeing lower prices again, because I do think we're bearish for the week. But yeah, I'm just gonna have to wait a little bit longer. I want to see what this ends up doing. And I want to see if there's any type of liquidity that's going to form in between this range. Like if we create some like equal highs or something. And if we sweep that, like, you know, we sweep those areas of liquidity before going to the New York lunch high, and we get like rejection, I would look for shorts from there too. But a whole bunch of different scenarios. I'm giving y'all ideas for both ways, but I'm still waiting to see what's going on. And then another thing, if we do sell off right now, right, and leaving this New York lunch high intact, I do think we will sell off right to a point and then maybe come back and retest the New York lunch low and then get another push down if we decide that this is where the market wants to go into the close. Yeah, guys, I think I'm like in longs into the close now. Maybe not into the close, but maybe for the next hour if we start rejecting back up here from this 5-minute fair value gap down here, or even at least to the New York lunch high. Okay, I don't have it marked on here too. We also just hit like it was like a PM low from a few days ago. But I definitely want to see us tap into this fair value gap first. See what we can do. All right, looks like we're getting a push up. I'm just a little worried because we didn't really extend down as much as I wanted to, but we still did, like, peak below that New York PM low. Oh no, I'm tweaking the New York AM low up here. That's what this green line is. So yeah, I want to see one more push down. Hoping we could get that. And then I'll get in for longs. So I guess I might be getting in. It looks like we're starting to get like a market structure shift on the 1 minute, disrespecting this 1 minute fair value gap. We get 5 right here. If we can come back and retest this inverted fair value gap. I am prepared to let this like, I'm gonna put my stop right here, but if I get stopped out when I get in, that's cool because I still feel like it's gonna try and sweep down below into this fair value gap before really going up, but we'll see. I might miss this one because I'm really hesitant right now. First, I want to see is get a good rejection from this block before I even think about adding to it or getting in. Just want to make sure. Yeah, see, that's why I was a little hesitant. I had to wait a little bit. Now I want to see if from here, if we reject and bodies come back up here and close, I'll get in. But since we're where we're at right now, I really would want to see us trade into this fair value gap a little bit first. But we don't have to though. Still didn't quite tap into there, but I like seeing this energy from this point, like seeing candles push away from this area like that. Buyers still haven't stepped in how I was really expecting them to. Okay, I'm gonna go long. We're extending away from it. I'm still gonna keep my stop pretty close because I mean, I still feel like we should be digging a little bit deeper. I'd rather just get stopped out than yeah. I feel like if this one doesn't push us up there, we possibly get another push down lower into it. But at that point, it's like, what are we doing? All right, so I'm gonna target the lunch high. There really isn't much stopping us to go up there, so I'm thinking this should be an easy trade. But we do have like lower time frame fair value gaps that could hold weight though. But we already disrespected this first 1 minute, so I'm hoping that just translates and we disrespect all these other ones and keep pushing higher. We also need to watch how we're trading around this New York lunch low. We don't want it to react to it like resistance. We want to push through it with strength. And this one I am going to trail. I'm trailing my stop pretty close on these ones just because, like I said, I still feel like we could dig a little bit deeper down. So I'd rather just be out earlier than sooner. Earlier than sooner. Earlier than later. Y'all knew what I meant. But right now it's looking good. We are coming up on these equal highs on this 5 minute, which is also like within a fair value gap, but we've already traded into the fair value gap. So this next go, thinking we should be decent, and if we could close above the New York lunch low, I think we'll be good. Get some body closures up above it. We'll probably come back and retest it. Want to see it act as support after that, and then, we ride the wave to the lunch high. Now this from lunch low to lunch high is a bigger than normal range. The range usually isn't this wide sometimes, so you got to be prepared for any part of this range to turn us around. So remember I said we did have these fair value gaps. There's a 5 minute. We're trading through it in this 5 minute candle, but there's 4 minutes left. So within the first minute, we've already traded through that fair value gap. So I just want to make sure that since we're moving this fast, we want to be able to hold ourselves up whenever sellers start stepping in again. We need to make sure we can find support in a lot of these areas. So one area will be looking, if this 5 minute closes outside this fair value gap, I'll be looking at this inverted one for support. I'll be looking at the New York lunch low for support. And yeah, and then when we get above this 50% of whatever this is, I'm gonna look for that 50% to be support. Even with this 5 minute fair value gap, the 50%, I want to see that act as support too. Hey, Masaka, that was a good call. I'm just reading your comment about the pullback to 24,833. You see, I got in at 24,830. So yeah, that was a really good call on that. Yeah, so you see this 5 minute now is starting to reject and we're coming back into it, right? We haven't closed out the 5 minutes, so this isn't, I mean, this could be a retest of some of these 1 minute fair value gaps, but we haven't, like, we failed from this one. Um, why are you looking for such a profit target? Well, this on this combine specifically, I already have high. It's gonna take me a lot to win this one because I was kind of going crazy on my on some trades. So I mean that's about what it's gonna take for me to, like, this is like probably like my 50% consistency about. But other than that too, like I don't, this account right now too, I'm making sure I'm trading one of the accounts that I don't care too much about right now because everything that's been going on with Project X, but I still wanted to just show up for everybody. And which support zone are you talking about? Yeah, Ari. Because I have a couple of different support zones. So like, and they're all just inverted like old fair value gaps or old highs, old lows. Because that's all they all turn into. They're all, you know, support and resistance. They're all the same at some point. Like resistance has been support and support has been resistance. So it's kind of the same with all of these fair value gaps and all of these things I'm talking about where I'm trying to see where price is gonna be held up. It's not your typical, you know, supply and demand or support and resistance that people talk about, but it's the same idea because it's support and price or it's resistant price. But I just use the PD arrays that I use. Yeah, okay, bet. Yeah, no problem. Where are you from? I'm probably gonna, if this 5 minute candle that we're trading right now, right? If it comes back and like closes kind of like this previous 5 minute one, I'll be okay with just getting out. Okay, cool, cool. Welcome in. We got people all over the world in here. Oh wow, Slovenia. I think I knew somebody from there. I knew somebody from Czech and from, or maybe I'm getting them mixed up. Slovenia. It's not the same as like. Is that what is Slovenia used to be part of Czech, right? Like it used to be. I don't know. I could be wrong. I haven't had history in so long, but that's what's up, man. But I did have a. I used to throw shot put, and you know that's like a very international sport, like track and field. So I used to have teammates that were from like the Czech Republic. I want to say Slovakia. I don't know if that's the same as Slovenia. Yeah, it's different, right? Okay. So it's not, I don't know anybody from there then. Yeah, y'all kind of see how this 5 minute keeps coming back down here. I'm not liking that. I'm not liking that one. The previous 5 minute didn't close outside of the 5 minute. I like the energy that this 5 minute is getting, but it is giving me fake out. Vibes. Oh, okay, Luca. Hey, that's the man. That's what's up. But welcome in, man. I love that everybody from all over the world is in here. That's dope. I lit a couple more candles print, but this is not what I want to see on this 5 minute. I want to see the 5 minute close above here. Even if it does it a little bit, I'll feel a little bit better. But I don't want to see it close back inside this gap. Yugoslavia. Okay, got you. Yeah, I'm pretty in tune with my geography and countries and all of that. I was that was the only class I had like honors in high school was history. Yeah, guys, I'm not liking the way these candles are praying right now. That second 5 minute candle closed inside the gap. So now from here, like I said, I treat different parts of the fair value gaps as areas of support. So now the 50% is going to be the next thing I'm going to look at to see if we can do it, because we did close above the 50%. So now I want to see if the 50% can hold us up here. And it doesn't seem to just be selling off immediately. Like, you know what I mean? It's still trying to fight. What platforms do y'all use? I don't know what countries are permitted in or not in some of those countries. So are y'all using like Trade Day, Top Step? It seems like a lot of overseas they're using my funded futures or something. Oh, Top Step. Okay, cool. Okay, Funded Next. I've never heard of Funded Next. I have to look into them. And Ahmad, yes, I am every day. I'm on here about 1:30 Eastern Standard. 1:30 Eastern Standard, you'll see me pop in here and do this PM trade. I'm gonna get back on in the morning soon. Been waking up earlier and earlier every day. But for me, I'm on the West Coast, so I would have to wake up like 5, 6 in the morning. And I don't go to sleep nowhere near that time. All right, so we sold off. Now you see this 50% of this inverted fair value gap. I want to see it stay like support like this. I want to see wicks shoot down and bodies stay above it. That'll make me feel cool about this trade since we didn't close outside of this fair value gap. But you can see we've reached multiple times to try and go up higher. So in my eyes, I look at that as like the market is willing to go up a little bit higher. But we just got to get a little bit more information. So I want to see this 50% and this New York lunch low hold up. If we just start selling off and trading below again, I'll be over this trade. I mean, there are some fair value gaps below it, so I might let it peak below there a little bit, but there's no point in letting it come all the way back to my entry. So I'm cool with this quick sell-off as long as our next candle is just as strong bullish as it was bearish just then. So yeah, I need to see this candle. It could come down a little bit more, but I need to see this candle or the candle after it be just as big and like engulf this next one if I'm going to stay in this. See if this candle could do it, but kind of over these shorts right now. That's where it wanted to go. Let's see. Might be cooked on this trade, chat. Might be over with. I just don't want this thing to come take me out and then flip right back around. That's what it does. Likes to do that. And I know I said I was going to close it, but I'm very stubborn, bro. Like, I have a hard time closing my trades. It's like, what's the point of the stop? The stop is there for a reason, so I'm going to just let it do its thing. All right, this is the last little fair value gap right here to hold us up if we're going to do anything. But it's not looking likely right now. Is that gonna do it for us? I hope so. Yeah, and it's just a lot less to think about. And if I didn't respect the stop loss, I promise you I would get back in and then just be chopped up. You know what I mean? So it's just like I gotta respect it for myself. Like me having to stop is part of my personal risk management. Just because I know how I am, bro, I'll get tilted so fast. Okay, I like this. Can we keep it up though? So it looks like we came back to this very last 1 minute fair value gap that was right here. And then buyers step back in. Previous low is still intact on the 5 minute, on all the time frames, right? All the way up to the 15. So let's see. So another thing that I wasn't really paying attention to was, oh wait, that wasn't this session though. Never mind. Sheesh, and y'all see that? You see how far back it came just to do all of that? That's another reason why I don't close my trades out. But I wanted to. Y'all heard me say it. I was gonna close it out, but I don't know. So we do have some 15-minute fair value gaps up here that we're creeping up on, but I do think they shouldn't be a factor at this point because we already came back kind of like doubles dipped and got an extra sweep, and now we're pushing up aggressively. So I'm thinking we should be able to push through that. Right now, I'm extremely comfortable with moving my stop to break even at least, maybe even a little bit more, like to the bodies of these candles or something. And I know I go back and forth about my trades too when I'm on here, but that's like partly kind of showing y'all like real life trading. Like this is stuff that's going on in everybody's head. Some people not even saying it out loud. But it's normal to feel wrong, like you're wrong when you're right, and it's normal to feel right when you're wrong. Like, you know what I mean? So it's all about balance. You're just trying to gather as much information, and what side is weighing heavier for it to do. Is it weighing heavier to do the longs based on what you know, or is it weighing heavier to do shorts based on what you know? But that's all that's going on in my head when I keep repeating things and saying I want to get out or I want to see it, respect this. Now I would hate to see this 5 minute candle end up with a wick, like a crazy wick. But I'm thinking we're good though. I'm sorry, y'all. I've been talking all this time and I've been muted. Been saying so much stuff. It's crazy. But um, I just started trading gold. I just did a gold trade yesterday. That was my first time trading gold, and yeah, like I definitely want to start trading it a little bit more because the way it moves, man, like gold just prints money. But it's a lot more risk involved though. So, but yeah, to answer your question, I'm starting to. Oh wow, Netherlands. Welcome in, man. I appreciate it. Man, we're international now. I love it. Hey, yo, Ari, this is kind of like what I was talking about with the like these gaps. You see how this 5 minute candle on my bottom left screen, you see how the wick came down, but the bodies are closing up above the 50%. Like that's letting me know that it's starting to treat it like support. Like I want to keep seeing candles do that. And you know, some candles might slide down and close a little bit below it, but as long as majority of the move goes back into that range, it makes me feel comfortable. So for instance, this is a long, I'm in long, so I would want to see the wicks to the downside, but the bodies close above. But if we were short, I want to see wicks to the top side and the bodies closing below. And sometimes you'll see it do that too. Like you'll see it keep closing above and then it'll close below and then just keep closing below. And you'll see it like battling 50% or wherever was previous support or resistance. Hey man, I appreciate it. I'm in the West Coast right now, so I'm kind of like pretty much in Oregon. Just say I'm in Oregon, West Coast. So I know everybody's timing here is different. So for me right now, it's 11:30 a.m. So I know it's like what 4 or 3. I know it's like 2:30 East Coast right now. I know it's probably like nighttime over there for everybody, isn't it? Because it sounds like everybody's on like the opposite side of the world. Or okay, yep, wow. Sheesh. I'm just getting my day started. Everybody else is about to go to sleep. That's crazy. But honestly, man, that's low key like the perfect. Y'all kind of have like the perfect time over there because New York Open is what, because maybe what 3 hours ago. So yeah, like 5 p.m. for y'all, 6 p.m. Anywhere from like 4 to 6. That's not bad. Okay. Yeah, I guess for me that would work because I just have a problem waking up early, and I mean like because you know it's 6:30 here for New York Open. Hey, yeah, for sure. Go ahead, get your rest. Good job trading today. We'll catch you tomorrow. See, even this 5 minute again, we tapped into this fair value gap below, but you see bodies, how the bodies are closed above this, the 50% of this fair value gap. That's kind of like, that's what I'm talking about when I say all of these areas kind of act as support. Little details, you know what I mean? Is it needed to know all of that? I don't know, but I think it helps. Okay, Masaka, yeah, we'll catch you Friday then. And one stop. Oh, you took you took one on practice. Yeah, that pullback. I know it was probably, you probably got long over here, and then this pullback probably, is that what happened? Did this pullback take you out? I think you got it. Don't tell keep telling yourself that you can't. You know what I mean? Like that stuff seeps into your brain, and I think you can. You know what I mean? Just open your mind about it. Take your time, no rush. Don't do it now. Like follow your plan originally, but I definitely think you can. You know what I mean? Like you got it. Definitely think you got it. But like I said, you got to lose before you win, man. So there you go. That's just another one, another learning lesson. Yeah, we all like winning, man, but it's a process. Like you say, yeah, the analytics for sure, but you on the right path. It's definitely gonna happen. I'm good, bro. So for me, really my strategy. So I'll just say like everything I like really know right now came from ICT. I was saying this the other day. There was a video called One Trade and Set Up for Life by ICT that really kind of opened my eyes to things. But this was already after I had a little bit of experience with trading. But pretty much I like to trade session liquidity. You know, I'm paying attention to the power of three because that's what I was saying earlier was because, you know, yesterday we kind of had a bullish day. Or no, Monday we had a bullish day, and I was expecting this sell-off that we have right now to be Tuesday. But we didn't get that. We kind of had like a weird, I mean, we sold off, but it was weird, right? And then so coming in today, I'm already knowing that we should be selling off. I missed the morning session. And one thing I like about the New York lunch session is because it, you know, you get your range that you're trading from the current session. So it's like whatever happened in the morning or from 9 to 12, I can get my range. But essentially all I'm looking for is like sell some type of side or buy side, higher time frame or something that just holds a lot of weight, something that maybe equal lows, equal highs, whatever it is. I'm looking for one side to get taken, and then I'm targeting the opposite side of liquidity. Now, when I do that, right, like I'm looking on higher time frames to look where the liquidity is, because I want to get a whole 4-hour move or a 1-hour move. Like if I see what the trend is on the hourly, I know that, you know, we should be trending down for hours. You know what I mean? If this was an hourly thing, it's like, okay, I know we're trending down for hours. So if I wasn't in right now, I'd either be looking at these inverted fair value gaps to be getting into this, because one, I already know we came to a higher time frame key point. This down here is a fair value gap, and then this was also a low from a previous session from like a few days ago. Also like a 4-hour fair value gap or something. Like, you know, all of these things are adding up into this spot, and we come here and we get bullish pressure from there. So that tells me, okay, let's go ahead and get in. Now, I told you earlier, is like whenever I'm in the trade, I'm looking for some type of liquidity. So the way the markets move is internal to external liquidity. Like once you really like look at the way the charts print. So I'm gonna use something like this. So say we're creating highs. So these points right here, I'm still watching the charts too, y'all. I'll close this out if we need to. I'll keep whatever profits I can get. This looks like failure though. Like we failed this high over here. But the only other thing is that we do have, as you can see, like another fair value gap below this area. NQ loves to do this. You see how this wick didn't come down and tap into this 1 minute? So sometimes NQ likes to do that for people who might have got in right here. It'll come down, take them out, but really tap into these fair value gaps. Maybe even go lower. You see how low it went on this pullback, and then probably go up again. But back to what I was saying. So this point right here, this is external liquidity, because these are old highs, right? If we're bullish, that's what we're expecting. So, and then right here, when we pull back, this is internal liquidity, right? So if we're bullish or bearish, so this goes for any market, right? I'm just giving you a bullish example. So if I know we're bullish and we pull up and we take an old high, I want to see a pullback, right? I would want to see a pullback into a fair value gap or some type of internal liquidity, because we're in a trend. So like for this example, it's like I wouldn't expect us to go take the whole opposite side up here for this external, because this is all the way up here would be external range. Since we're already bearish, I'm expecting us to come back to some type of internal range liquidity, and that could be fair value gaps, order blocks, you know what I mean? All those PD arrays that ICT talks about. It could be any of those really. Some people look at 50% of the Fibonacci, or the OTE, which is like the 70% to like 79% or 80% or something. But essentially that's all that it is, and it's just pure price action. Like I'm not doing anything else. I don't really use indicators. You could say I use an indicator because on TradingView, these times like these New York AM highs and lows and all of that, like there's an indicator that plots all this out, just so I'm not like searching for everything. I can do it real quick. But that's the only thing I use. Everything else is price action. But I hope that kind of made sense. I mean, I know I didn't go over every single detail. I'm just trying to give y'all like where my brain is at. Like when I see structure forming and where it's moving, and you know, and after looking at these candles for so much, you'll see a bunch of like things repeat themselves, and you'll just get used to everything. It's taking time, man. Like it recently started clicking within the last year. And I mean, I first got into trading back in 2012. And then, well, I'll say it started kind of clicking 2 years ago, but I still wasn't, I think my risk management and psychology was off at the time, but now I got that under control, and I've definitely seen the difference. Like it's been night and day for real. And that indicator is called, hold on, let me see real quick. Yeah, it's called ICT Sessions One Setup for Life. And it has like the letters MK next to it in parentheses. Can I share this? Let me see if I could copy it. Y'all have TradingView, right? So yeah, real quick, looking at this 5 minute, like I don't like, you see we keep coming up kind of like sweeping, but bodies keep closing below. Something I wouldn't like to see, but we still look like we're kind of pushing up. 2012, yeah, that's when I first like got into it. And sometimes I don't even count that because, you know, that was just getting into it. So I'm just learning all this information. And I was trading stocks at the time using DAS Pro Trader. I don't know if y'all even remember that platform, but you had to pay like $200 a month just to use the platform and still upload your own money. And then the whole IML thing, that was the thing they got me. But I mean, I took everything, every situation I was in, I took it and just tried to learn as much from it. So that's all I did with IML. I literally just signed up and went through their course in like less than a month and then stopped doing it. And then I gave up. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I stopped trading because I definitely thought this was a scam. I thought they were scamming people. It's like there's just no way. And then, you know, for me, I was following people too. Like I didn't know my own strategy. Like I was like taking people's calls or like, you know what I mean, in lives with people. And you know, it's a little different when you're doing stocks than it is like futures and prop firms, because with futures, you know, you get people who get their affiliate from you buying a evaluation. But when you're trading stocks, some platforms pay you a rebate on how much the people that are following you lose. Like, so say I send you a link and you sign up, like I get paid for how much you, like I get paid more when you lose. So that was my whole thing. When I found that out about the stock market and like following people, I just thought everything was a scam. So I had gave it up, but then got back into it. My mom was on me about it, like, yo, you need to do this. So I just went back into it and just locked in. Then we joined, I think we were in Swaggy C's room. I don't know if y'all know who Swaggy C is, but he had a room and there was a dude, Emilio. He still teaches too, Emilio. I can't remember his, Emilio G, I think he goes by. But he was like, you know, doing the silver bullet, that ICT strategy and everything. And yeah, that just kind of sealed it for me. I was like, okay, so he's making money with it. And I was able to make some money doing it too. So I couldn't even put a number on it, bro. Like, I mean, I've lost some money. And it's not as much as like the average person because I'm very conservative, but for me it was a lot, you know what I mean? But I couldn't even put a number on it over all of that time. But I mean, over the last 2 years, I mean, I definitely kept it under. And I mean, it depends on what you're saying, how much I've lost, because I've lost money that I never got to pull out, you know what I mean, from my accounts, you know what I mean? So it's endless, bro. I couldn't even put a number on it. But just off of pure investment, like me paying for evals and like stuff like that, I mean, over the last 2 years, maybe, I don't know, maybe 5,000. I would say, yeah. Maybe more, who knows? If there's a way, you know, I know in Top Step you could low-key go back and look at all your transactions. So I'm gonna try and go back and see. Yeah, we still just chilling right here. I think this might be one of those trades that pushes like into the last hour. Like literally at 4 o'clock, we might hit TP. But we still have to get through this fair value gap though. Okay, 10,000 euros. That's not bad. I know euros is more than dollars, so I know is more than the 10,000. USD. Yeah, and everything like Ahmad, yeah, everything is like free now. It's like at least in the future space. I don't know how it is for commodities and like equities and all of that. Like I've never touched the options or anything like that. Only stocks, forex, and then now futures. Yeah, and I know in 2021 I lost like 6,000 of my own money trading stocks. I wasn't technically trading stocks, but I was trading my own capital. Okay. Yeah, I know that had to be tough being a student losing that much. But you know, you're learning, man, and if you just stick with it, trust the process, trust your analysis, I think you'll be good. I still think we got room to the top side, even with this like little sell off right now, because we still have these like this 1 minute fair value gap that has never been touched. Oh, Vantage. Okay, yeah, I had Charles Schwab. Charles Schwab. And this was back when they were TD Ameritrades because I was using like Thinkorswim at the time. So where we are right now, so you kind of see this little trend line that I put right here. So I'm thinking price is gonna eventually trade below here, right? But just like I say everything else, I want to see this kind of be treated as resistance. I want to see, wicks come down and bodies keep closing up above here. Might get a couple closures below it, but for the most part, I want to see us stay on top of this. Started Top Step 2023, maybe 2 years. Yeah, 2023. It was like February of 2023. But Top Step isn't my main account anymore. My Tradeify and my Trade Day are my two funded accounts, or my two prop firms that are my that I have funded accounts with. So yeah, I think we still sitting pretty good in this trade if we can keep pushing up. I do want to. I'm expecting some type of sweep of either like this trend line, but this could have been the sweep too. Like it's only on the 1 minute. We kind of had these equal lows, shot down, and now we're back up in this range again. So that could be the sweep, right? But we still have this fair value gap that's below. Could just be a breakaway gap, just meaning that it never gets tapped into. And we'll just go from there. So my Tradeify has 5 funded accounts. Trade Day has 3 funded accounts. And I don't have any funded accounts with Top Step X right now. And then I also have like a personal account that I trade through Hero FX. But that's why I usually like direct people to get like a demo account or something, just so they can, especially somebody brand new, just so they can get used to everything. I have 3 combines with Top Step right now though, and I trade them all a little differently. There we go. We keep pushing up. I'm loving it. So 24,956 used to be a old Asia low from like a few sessions ago. Maybe like 1 or 2 sessions ago. Or was that our low from today? Yeah, so Top Step I do each account individually. Tradeify I copy trade. And then Trade Day, sometimes I copy Trade Day, but Trade Day is like my prized possession, man, because though you get payouts from day one on those, so Anytime I have a good day, I can pull some money out. That's really why it's like my go-to. The only thing that sucks is the 5 trading days, but it's really not that bad. And then if you kind of think about it, all of them, all the evaluations are low-key the same. Like Top Step is you could pass in 2 days, but you have to have 5 consecutive days of winning before you can even get a payout. So that ends up being longer than a 7-day evaluation or a 5-day evaluation. Even with Apex, they let you pass in 1 day, but you got to wait like however long to get a payout. Then it can only be X amount. I don't know. Trade Day kind of has the least restrictions when it comes to the payouts. They do have that milestone thing where you have to stop every $5,000, and if you go over the 5,000, they pretty much wipe those profits. But this isn't your sim funded account. It's not like it's not in your live funded. But again, you know, they're just doing that because, you know, they pay people. If you're in a sim funded account, they're paying you out of their pocket. So they have to put a cap on a lot of that stuff. And I didn't know that at first because I didn't understand why Top Step was doing change from you taking 50% of your balance to only 5,000. I mean, it's still, you can still do 50%, but it's capped out at 5,000. It wasn't like that before. But now that I know that they pay for their own thing. Sheesh, that was an aggressive move down right there. Yeah, that 24,956, that's what we just went up above and then we shot down like that. But we still low-key inverted a fair value gap doing that. So does it take us higher? We about to see. But like I said, I do low-key like this trade taking us into the close. But yeah, we're going to see how it plays out though. So, I mean, it depends. Like, it depends on what the week is doing, right? Like, because earlier I was mentioning that I like to look at the power of 3. So, I'll give you a quick example. Give me 1 second. Okay, so like one thing I like to trade is, or that I pay attention to, is the power of 3, which is pretty much just like how the candles are, how these daily candles are printing, so I can kind of get an idea of the whole week. So for example, like I can literally use this week as an example because just how our candles have been forming. So the anatomy of a candle, you know, we have our consolidation, manipulation, distribution, and then we usually go back into consolidation or reversal, whatever it is, right? So Fridays are usually that day where things like that happens. So yeah, I got it. So from here to here, this is Monday right here. This candle, this is Monday's candle, right? Hold on, let me make sure y'all can still see my chart and everything too. But yeah, so power 3. So this idea right here, this pretty much is the anatomy of a candle, right? So we would say like up here is the wick, then this is the body, and then this would be like the bottom wick. So that's how candles open, close, right? So this was the open, we opened up here, which was also manipulation. Then we started getting our distribution that pushes us back in here. And then technically this would either be like consolidation or it could be a reversal, whichever, right? So this is how every candle, no matter what time frame, this is like the anatomy of a candle, right? So you can put that to understand like weekly bias. So to put it in perspective, the manipulation should happen on Monday if we're bearish, right? And then we should have our distribution Tuesday, Wednesday, and a little bit of Thursday. And then we have a reversal like Friday or consolidation. So the only reason I'm bringing that up is that that's why most people don't like to trade Mondays or Fridays, because Mondays we're getting like manipulation, usually not good ranges. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not going real far. It's like small, tight ranges going in the opposite direction of the trend for the week. Then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you get real good moves. And then Friday is kind of the same thing. Like you just get consolidation or a push back up. So that's why some people don't trade Fridays. And I'm only saying that if you can understand that, then you can trade Fridays. Like, you know what I mean? Like if you know we haven't reached where we're intended to reach, like Thursday, you can come in the next day like, okay, Friday, we should be able to go down there and hit that point. Or if it ends like this, if it doesn't reach that point on Friday, it kept selling off and didn't have anything, then Sunday, just expect some type of consolidation or maybe a pullback or something. You know what I mean? So that's how I map my whole week, right? So I can understand what I'm going to look for depending on the day. So how that pertains to this week, because like I was trying to show y'all a little bit earlier, this candle right here is Monday. We had our Monday manipulation. Now we're having our distribution. So Tuesday, we didn't get the sell-off like I was expecting, but Wednesday we got the sell-off. So Thursday, I'm expecting us to sell off a little bit more. I would really like us to come down here and fill this new week opening gap that we never filled up, right? So I'm hoping that's what we can probably do by the end of the week. Like what this trade that we're in right now, understand, is just a retracement. Like this is just a counter trend trade. I don't think we're bullish as of right this second. But just based on this, like I said, we had our manipulation up on Monday, and then we kind of consolidated on Tuesday, and now we're getting our distribution, right? So so today, tomorrow, we should have bearish days, like for the most part, like from London to the New York Open. And then, so say we end down here on Friday, then I would expect us to kind of come back up, or say we come, that little arrow thing's annoying, but say we come down there and then we would come back up and then probably consolidate somewhere around here for the week, the end of the week type of thing, right? But that's just the power of three. That's what I'm looking at. Monday is like, okay, what are we doing? What direction did we go on Monday? So for the rest of the week, I'm probably going to be looking at the opposite, but also need to see how it's playing around all of these different areas too, because you need more context about that too before hopping into the trade. Because, you know, you'll see patterns all day, but you need the context. You need to understand price action. You need to understand, you know, higher highs, higher lows. Like the foundation stuff is where it matters, but you got to understand the context. You got to understand what it means. That's where price action really comes into play. It's like, okay, if price wanted to go down, it would be making like lower lows right now, but it's not making lower lows. So, you know, we're already in the uptrend. We're not making lower lows. You know what I mean? Or if we made equal lows right here, we got to look at what's below it. Okay, there's a fair value gap right below these equal lows. You know, you've seen NQ like consolidate like this and then just shoot down. You thinking everybody's about to sell off, and then it just shoots right back up into the range. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. Sometimes you have to think opposite of what everybody else is thinking too. Sometimes you got to think, what would piss the most people off right now? Because everybody saw this short going shorter. Like they want to go short, and there's people jumping in heavy trying to see it go lower, go lower, go lower. But the market's going to piss you off, bro. But yeah, I get long-winded sometimes. I hope all of that made sense in some kind of way. But every day I'm going to try and give y'all a little insight of things that I'm thinking. Yeah, for sure. Anytime. Yeah, we're still pushing really nice. I genuinely think like we're probably going all the way up there, right into the close. Like the last couple minutes is gonna hit our TP. And then another thing you always want to look for is like little areas that kind of have, no matter how small, but just like little equal highs or something. Like you kind of see how we had these equal highs, price kind of comes there and like hesitates. And then old highs, like all of that. Like there's so much that you could be looking at. But when you first start in, like focus on what works, what you can see the easiest first and gravitate towards the easiest. And one stop, that's what I was saying. Like you focus on shorts because that's what you see the easiest right now, and that's what you should do. Whatever you can see that's the easiest for you, wait for that to happen and only take those trades when you first starting out. If you don't know what's gonna happen, just sit back and watch. See how price reacts to these areas or whatever type of liquidity you have mapped out. Sit back and watch it play out. Right now is mainly just the PM session. I'm trying to do these AM sessions. I'm getting back. I've been waking up a little bit earlier, but I just don't wake up early enough to catch the open. Like for me, in my time zone, I wake up sometimes like 8, and you know the market's open at 6:30. So I mean, sometimes you could get a good trade, but my PM trade is based off of the lunch hour. So 8 o'clock for me is 11 o'clock Eastern Standard. So I just wait until like 10 after that lunch hour to go by, and then I'll do the PM session. And I know I keep saying times that's throwing y'all off. I'm West Coast, so I keep saying times in West Coast and East Coast time. Yeah, beautiful. I'm trying to see. I'm just gonna hold it till the close. Like I mean, we're up, so I mean, I wouldn't not let it get anywhere near this without closing it, unless it just got down there too fast. And if y'all gonna trade like this too, like holding these trades, stick with an end of day account. Don't do anything intraday, unless y'all are gonna like really downsize and use like micros. But if you're gonna do minis, stick with end of day. Don't mess around with intraday trailing drawdowns. man. Um, SB Soul, I just answered that question. But pretty much price action. I'm not gonna be able to give you everything, but when this live is uploaded, you could go back maybe like right at um 2 o'clock or something, 3 o'clock. I started talking about it, but pretty much just price action though. I'm looking for one side of liquidity to get taken, and I'm targeting opposite sides. So right now we had our New York lunch high and low, and we swept the New York lunch low and started getting bullish pressure. I do think we're in a bearish environment for sure, like overall for the week, but I'm thinking this is going to be a little pullback back into this area, and then we might consolidate here until Asia opens, or we could start selling off again from up here. But we also just got to pay attention to how we're printing candles right here. But essentially, I'm just looking from buy side. I'm trying to sweep buy side to sell side. So I mean, one thing you could really look up is the one trade and setup for life by ICT. He has this one video, and that's where I get all of these lines, and I'm just understanding buy side to sell side. He doesn't go too much into like entries and finding, you know, fair value gaps, market structure shifts, etc. You kind of have to already know all of that, but that's like the basis of finding the direction, and also the power of three for as far like figuring out the weekly range. But I said a whole bunch of stuff earlier. That's the only reason I'm telling you to go back, because I definitely did like drop some nuggets, and I don't even remember everything I said at that point. So it'd be better to just go back and watch it. But if you have any questions, like as things pop up, like let me know. I'll answer it. And you know, a lot of times I try to tell you what I'm looking at or what I'm thinking when we get to certain areas. So I might answer that question before you even answer it. But I mean, before you even ask it. But yeah, I'm talking crazy today. For sure, absolutely. I appreciate you stepping in too. I do have the Discord pinned to the top. So you know, if I don't, I usually go live at PM sessions, but especially during Asia session, I definitely drop like charts sometimes and what I'm looking at, because sometimes, you know, Asia and London starts to move for the whole day. Because even if you look today, like the London high was the high of the day. Like this is the London high from overnight. We just been pushing away from that. So a lot of times the high of the day is either going to be, the higher or the lower of the day will either be like London or Asia. Okay, cool, cool. Yeah, so I try and drop nuggets in there too. So definitely trying to keep it as active as possible and keeping people in there. Yep, I'm seeing that too. As soon as we start getting close, like real close to MOC, because I think MOC is gonna, that little push at 350 or 349, whatever, I think that'll push us up here and then start selling. Okay, yeah, that's right around where I'm trying to get out. I'm trying to get out at, this says, yeah, 25,109. But yeah, it'll probably be better to do like the bodies of these candles or something. I'll do that. So now with these two, because this is technically like a counter trend trade. So just be careful. Like one, it might not go all the way. That's why I did move it down after you said that, the 200 SMA. And I put it like at the bodies of these two candles right here. But because we are bearish, like we could either like not come all the way to that and just come like real close to it, or we still hit it. But I mean, once after we hit it, just be careful. Not really. Sometimes I do. Like my stop was down here before, but I try not to move it too much because I mean NQ does some crazy things. And maybe, yeah, it definitely could be a good idea to have my stop up a little bit more, but I mean NQ does do some crazy things. I don't know. Like I think I could catch it before it came all the way to my stop, but I could be wrong too. But I try to like not think about my stop too much because when I move it too much, that's where I always mess up too. Like like if I put it up and then it go like say I put it at break even and I get stopped out at break even, then I'm like getting tilted trying to get back in on the trend, and then I'm like, okay, it stopped me out, so it must be reversing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a whole bunch of psychology things with my stop and take profits that I had to learn the hard way. But I think it's for the better. Yeah, usually when you're like so worried about your stop, you probably have too much on. Like you know what I mean? You That's probably telling you you got too much risk on if I'm constantly thinking about my stop. That was something I had to tell myself. So it was like, okay, just downsize and sit back and whatever happens, happens. But it'll be way less stressful. You'll be placing better trades because you're not on edge like, oh, I can't lose $1,000. But if the stop was like $100 or 150, you'll be like, oh, okay. You would just let it sit there. But that just comes down to your account balance too. The more you have in your account, the easier it is to sit on your hands. Yeah. I mean, it's an interesting way to look at it, but hey, it works. Oh, SB Soul. So I got in when you got out. So you were probably we probably exchanged contracts. I'm just playing. I don't even think it works like that, but that's what's up, man. I'm glad you got on that. Yeah, that sell off was crazy. I was expecting gold to maybe retrace a little bit more, but I'm still new to gold. So if y'all see me say anything about gold, just be like, all right, just don't just hop in on anything. Okay. Yeah, see the mic like gold pays, man. Like it pays. But it can hurt you too. Nah, gold is be on some other things sometimes. That's crazy. I think every dollar amount that gold changes is like $10 per contract or something. Kind of looking like we stalling out a little bit right here. Not not too bad to where I'm like all the way worried, but we are getting some hesitation. But I think it's just waiting for MOC now because we got like what 13 minutes. Per tick. Okay, yeah. Thank you, Futures Empress. Per tick. And you said that 1 minute candle was 100. Are pips and ticks the same? I don't know. I'm gonna let I sound like I know a lot, but there's a lot that I do not know. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna pull up gold on one of my other charts over here. It's kind of crazy that Top Step is the only ones that kind of gave people the okay to trade today after that whole outage thing. Like I've been waiting for Trade Day to tell me it's okay all day. And Tradeify. Okay. Oh wow, yeah, gold is on one right now. Oh, you did? Okay, cool. About to hop in there. Trying to hype up my small audience. So within the next 10 minutes, I am gonna be expecting, if I'm still bullish, I'm gonna expect like pretty strong, seemingly strong sell-off. But I think we should catch our footing in like this 5 minute fair value gap and then start pushing up. But as you can kind of see, we are kind of like creating a little trend line from this fair value gap. So if we could get the double whammy, like we sweep, tap the fair value gap, and then we can get body closures back up in this, within this trend line, then I think we still sitting good. Or even if we don't tap the fair value gap, if we just sweep below and come back up. Yeah, for a Top Step X or for any of them, I think they're all the same. Yeah, I think they're 9,000. 9,000, 6,000, and then 3,000. That's going down from the 150, 150K. you're with Top Step, right? SB Soul. Man, this week has been so lovely. Like these last couple weeks with trading, been on point, man. Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. You already told me that. My bad. But yeah, it should be 9,000 though. Usually, typically they're 9,000. I know some prop firms is like 1,000 less or 1,000 more or something. Okay, down to 980. Oh yeah, that would be a beautiful short right there. Yeah, and that kind of goes into the little pullback that I was thinking about too. You know, like if we did get some type of pullback, I would expect us to find some support around that 980, 970 to 980 area. But if we go straight, like you see how on this 15-minute, nothing but green candles, if we go straight to TP, be careful if you're holding past that. Like at least take some off. Yeah, every day I do go live. For sure I'll go live every day PMs. So Eastern Standard Time around 1 in between 1 and 1:30. But after no, and then I'm working on getting back on in the mornings, but I'm not really up in the mornings. I might pop in Discord and all of that throughout the night and but yeah, but still working on mornings. PM sessions for sure. So just like the last trend line that I mentioned, I'm gonna I pay attention to all of them because I just want to see what it's looking like, man. Like I just want to know where we at and what price is doing. Nah, I have I have twin daughters, man. They be driving me crazy. But I guess I do work. Yeah, I'm a daddy. Once I get off the charts, that's my job. But no, no, right now I'm not working. I quit my job back in March. And it was cuz I made like I had a Top Step Express funded at the time XFA. I made like 40,000 in 2 weeks. And I was like, yep, I gave my it was a 2 week notice, but they had about 3 days notice really, because I only worked like 3 more days after that. And then ever since then, I just stopped and I told myself if I need to make some money, I'll go do Uber or something. But I just feel like there's no reason for me to have a job, like an actual job that I have to clock into. Unless, you know, unless I had to. Like I'm not about to let myself or my family struggle because I don't want to go get a job, but I just don't feel like it. There's no need to. There's no need to. But I'm not trying to encourage anybody to quit their jobs, though. That's not what I'm trying to say. You know, you got to be careful with things you say sometimes. So I just want to make that clear. Yeah, for sure. It'll come, man. And I think having the job made me a better trader. As weird as that sounds. Um, so it depends. Like some accounts I strictly leave for like a Asia session or London session trades or strictly for like this lunch trade. But sometimes it really is just how I feel sometimes certain days. And I'm just trying to make sure I have my capital spread around because I go through losing streaks. These last couple weeks or days y'all been here, we've been doing good, but like everyone else, I'm wrong. Like you know what I mean? I get it wrong, and sometimes I get it wrong for weeks. Like you know what I mean? But it's usually something that I have to snap back to. But that's why I feel like it's good for me to have multiple accounts and be able to trade, like hop around. Hey, what's going on, Joey Bags? Yeah, like trading, like when you start working, if you have a job and you're trading, it makes you a better trader. One, because you're not like what. So what I'm saying is like, when I'm say I have a losing day, you know what I mean? That messes with you, right? Especially if that's the way you make your money. No matter how bad the losing day was, but this is your form of income. You lose $1,000 that day, like, and you have no job to go to after that. You're gonna sit there and think about that the whole time. You might sit in front of that computer and revenge trade. But for me, when I had my job, I had to be at work. I had to be at work at 1 p.m. my time, and that's like the close of the markets. So like, you know, this PM time, like by time this time came, I was either just letting my trade do its thing and I was on my way to work. So it made me get away from the computer before I got like my discipline in check. Also, I wasn't so stressed about losing in an evaluation or whatever because it was like, okay, I'll just buy another one and get back to it. At least I have this consistent check coming in. And then, but it really changed my whole mentality. And that's really when like, that was my best, that was the first time at that time that was my best month. You know what I mean? So that was like the first time I like seen like 30, 40,000 in an account. So I was like, okay, we're on to something. Oh man, I did, Joey. It's crazy. I'm hoping we can really go to where we going though, cause didn't even see this small little 5 minute fair value gap up here. But we did tap into it before, so this is the second time I think we shooting through that bad boy. But I would expect a pullback or something. We got 10 minutes until MOC. So you kind of see how we left like this kind of like smoothish trend line, right? So I would expect like we might get some type of pullback to disrupt all of this. And then we would want to see price push back up into this range. And I'm only saying that because that's pretty much where I'm willing to let this kind of trade back into. But I mean, we've extended so far. I'm thinking we should be good, and we go hit this lunch high, and then we're gonna sell off after that. But we'll see, man. And you were wrong about what? One stop. Oh yeah, you were trying to go short right there. Oh, not yet. Okay, bet, bet, bet. Sheesh.
Well, so you know about the 50% consistency. So I mean, I messed up in my first couple of days and went crazy. So I kind of have to keep trading like this to pass these combines. But typically I wouldn't want to do this, right? Like this isn't the best way to trade. But I hope like when I'm here and showing you guys just understand like the process and the strategy more than it being a combine or anything. That's why I still do it. And then even with this, even right now with everything going on with Project X, like I can't even log into my trade day and all of that. So it's like might as well come here and do what I can. But you know the also you know the consistency doesn't when it doesn't change like how fast you can pass an evaluation, right? It only changes how fast you can pass an evaluation if you get such a high P&L after a losing day, right? So if you were starting with a fresh account today and you made $10,000 today and you went and made $10,000 again tomorrow, you could still pass because it's still a 50% consistency. It's just based on your biggest day. But since your profit target is 3,000, they base the consistency off of your profit target. But you can essentially make your consistency is whatever it is. So the idea I had also coming into these was just like, okay, I want to trade my accounts like I'm trading my accounts. Because one thing I also had a problem with was transitioning from evaluation to funded. I don't know what the disconnect was, but I started just treating my evaluations like how I would try to trade my funded instead of just like, you know, being so cautious with the evaluation. Well, I'm not really that cautious with my evaluations, I'll say, but maybe a little bit more cautious in the funding. But so much easier for me to get tilted in my funded though. I don't know what it is. It's so much easier to get tilted in the funded. Well, I know what it is. It's money. It's real money. So, but but yeah, hope that answers the question. Okay, so now we're right back at that trend line that I was talking about. So now, one of these candles, I want to see us shoot down here and then start seeing bullish energy back up into this range. Yeah, and that's what it is you can make money and you could lose it, like, you know what I mean. So it's just like if I take a loss, it's like, nah, I gotta get this back. Like I gotta get this back. You know what I mean? But it should get you. Yeah, the way this 15-minute close, like this wick up here, I mean, I wouldn't I don't like seeing that right now. Okay, so now we're below. So we'll probably get another push down. Let's see, we got to find some type of support somewhere. We got to push back up into this range if I want to keep holding this into the close. But we are coming up on MOC, so this that might be, you know, what we're setting up for. Like sweep some liquidity and then reverse. But let's see. I mean, we're still sitting pretty good in this. I mean, I can move my stop up now. We're getting close to the close, so hey, good job, Albanian Lafine. How do you say that? Oh, pff, don't mind me. I told y'all something's up with me today. Albanian for life. I said Lafine. Ah, but yeah, good job, bro. Yeah, definitely got to downsize and just be a little bit more cautious till you build that balance up. So no mentorship right now. Everything is just gonna be Discord, and you know we'll pop up in there and try and put everything together. If you're in the Discord, you do see like the Capital Cartel, which is like that's gonna be like my VIP group, I guess, and that there'll be like mentorship and all of that in there. But as of right now, I just really want to build the community. You know what I'm saying? Like, and kind of just prove that I kind of know what I'm talking about first. But yeah, I'll give you whatever information you want though. Don't hesitate to ask. I'll tell you as much as I can. Like, genuinely at the end of the day, I have no interest in really charging to do the mentorship. But one thing you do have to understand is like when you put a price on things, like you get more serious people, if that makes sense. It's like I don't want to. That's the only reason why I would ever start charging for something. It's just so I can make sure we're keeping serious people in the group. But for all my day ones though, like I'll tell y'all this now. Most of everybody, like the first 100 people that get in my Discord will probably have access to it for free forever. So if y'all are in there, y'all are good. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, stay locked in. Yeah, we good. Yep. So now we're pushing back up into this range. So now we just want to make sure we get some closures back up here. But you see, we traded below that trend line, and now it's resisting that trend line, right? So that's what I be talking about, like the resisting and everything. Oh, there we go. Come on, take us there. What was that, MOC? Yeah. So yeah, if we don't push, if MOC can't really push us up any more than this, probably be done. What's TFD? Okay, yeah, it looks like we starting to flip her back around, guys. See, we started to treat this trend line as resistance. You see, we shot up there and then shot back down. But again, we still have liquidity resting below. So still got to give it a little bit more time. Dang, hella chats just came through at the same time. Hold on, let me see. Oh yeah, TFD. Oh, did you ever do the trade day? Mad Moxie, did you ever get that one started? Get them daily payouts with them after the 5-day. Hey, congrats, Joey. Yeah, man, when them payouts hit the accounts, man, it's no better feeling. Yeah, this long trade played out beautifully. I'm hoping we can get a little bit more extension, but I have to be okay if it doesn't. Sheesh. The futures desk. Okay. Hey, you're good, One Stop. It's all good, man. We all here trying to get a little something of this. They're the only ones that do that. I thought just the fact that you trade futures, you're supposed to be able to get that tax treatment. I didn't know that. So the prop firms have to say in how they do the taxes. But I thought it was just, I personally thought it was up to the government. And once you like specified that it was
futures that you were trading? Okay. It's all good, man. Yeah, it's really hesitating right here, one stop. And Joey, this I have three combines and I trade them separately. I'm not trading them together. And but like if I was like my Tradeify, I would be doing copy trading on 5 of them, and then I would probably be doing my trade days separately. And the reason I do the trade day separately because that one's daily payouts too. Like the Tradeify, you have to have X amount of days, blah blah blah. Oh, I thought Top Step did that too because that's where I heard about that. Was from Top Step. They were the ones who were telling us about that 60/40. But I didn't know the prop had to give you that treatment. That's kind of crazy though. But I mean the benefits of the prop too, like you're not taxed for it until it hits your account. So even if you just have it sitting in your like whatever platform, it's just sitting there, they can't tax you on it. Okay. 33% tax. So they don't do the 60/40? Top Step does it? Yeah, and I'm sure you could probably ask somebody over there too, like whoever's handling the payouts and all of that. I'm sure they can give you the information. Yeah, I mean, I could be. I was just going off base what I heard. This is the first time you're putting me on game right now, Mad Moxie. So you know what I mean. I'm going based off of what I heard that one time. So I never really looked too much more into it. So if that's what you're saying, I believe you. Oh, okay, but I think they still. I don't know. I don't know. I'm the wrong person to ask. Got you. Yeah, I guess that makes sense because they're paying you out. It's not like your account balance or something. Like you're not showing that for real. Okay, we got 4 minutes left. Can we do it in these last 4 minutes? Come on. Okay. 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 Oh man, can we do it? We're reaching. I don't think it can do it. I mean, I think this is still good. Still gonna give it a couple minutes. All right, SB. So y'all have a good one. Yeah, if anybody's clocking out, or signing off, y'all have a good one. I'm gonna wait it out for a little bit. I'm trying to see if we can get up here in this last minute and 20 seconds. But also cool with closing it out if we got to. Absolutely. I'll probably drop something in Discord for y'all to look at, let y'all know what I'm looking at. It's expired. It expires. I'll upload another one right now. Hold on. All right, there's the new Discord link. It should work. Let me know if it is. Come on, we need one more good push. Oh, I see it right now. It says, oh, it expires in 7 days. I just made that new one. Or is it still expired? I got to create a new one. Oh, Max. Okay. Never. Oh, that one's working. Okay, cool. So I changed it to last forever. So the next one I send out should be good for a minute. Hopefully we can get up there before Top Step closes us out. Because they close out in like 5 minutes, right? They'll cut all trades. Oh, in 8 minutes. Okay, cool. Yeah, looks like we getting there. Come on. Right into the close. This is what I was low-key expecting.
I know. These are times where I will close it out. Like when it gets here, because I've been, it's like come right up to it and then just flipped around on me. Hey man, you gotta cut it when you don't when it's not working, bro. Let's see if this pullback can find some buyers and then push us through there. Yeah, not liking the way we're pulling back on that. So we might end up having to close this one. For down here, so what I was looking at down here, hold on one second. I'm gonna answer your question. I just need to know if I'm gonna close this or not. So yeah, so this entry down here was actually like I think it was like a 5 minute fair value gap that was never, we never tapped into it. So earlier I was telling y'all, remember how like I say it'll kind of create equal lows, NQ will create equal lows right above a fair value gap and then come back and revisit it later when you're not even thinking about that fair value gap. But that's literally what happened. So that's what this fair value gap was down here. And then I just saw how aggressively we were just like in one direction. So I knew we were targeting, we were seeking some type of liquidity, right? So once we hit that, I waited a little bit. So I was looking, one thing I'm always paying attention to is like this right here. So you see how we did a pullback. It acted like it wanted to go higher because we low key like disrespected bullish areas. And then we started selling off. Right. And then when we sold off, we started getting aggressive push back up. So once we started getting this aggressive push back up after already tapping into the fair value gap, a fair value gap that was never tapped into, you know, they're usually the strongest the first time they tap into it. So that's just how I'm kind of looking at it. Appreciate you. Oh yeah, I know. Take the cash, man. Oh my bad. I'm about to, but it's like one I mean, we could sell off crazy from here, but there's so many times like the at the very end takes us. Appreciate it. Took practice, man. I wasn't always like this. Oh man, I'm stubborn when it comes to this, bro. Stubborn. You gonna tell you met someone more stubborn than you? Yeah, so that's the thing with the 1 minute. So like I'll get my entries on 1 minutes, but I try to keep my stops below like 5 minutes or 15 minute like pivot points. But also I try to get in at the bottom too. So like that could be my stop right there. You know what I mean? But sometimes when you get in on the 1 minute, it doesn't translate to being the exact bottom on a 5 minute. Okay, there we go. Let's go. We have 1 minute before they close us out. Can we hit TP before then? Let's go. Last minute candle. And that's the other thing about Top Step. Like, you know, trade day, you can trade up until like about 2 p.m. or 5 p.m. I know, bro. I just wanted to, I either wanted to take my TP or just Top Step is just gonna close me out at this point. Okay, okay. It says it moved to close, but my trade's still open. But hopefully it lets me close. Okay, yeah, it closed it out. But shit, I'll take that. So intraday, um, the way that I trade does not work that well on intraday. I used to have intraday evaluations also, but I can't get with the intraday, man. Um, if you're gonna be trading intraday, so the problem you're gonna have is like how I sat through this whole trade. Like that's gonna be a problem with intraday because your unrealized profits counts towards your drawdown, right? But if you're more of like a scalper, if you could find like shorter swings, so you know how I'm always looking at all these different fair value gaps and expecting all this on the lower time frame. You could low key be trading that way too. So if you're doing um intraday, you know what I mean, you probably want to target lower time frame areas. Might be a little bit easier. You know what I mean? So if I got in down here, I'd be targeting like this 1 minute high or this 1 minute high over here to the left. You know what I mean? These little areas. Or once we start going up, it's just it just really depends, bro. I think it's I don't think any type of pullback is really good with intraday unless you just really really downsizing and you're doing like one contract micros or something. Yeah, exactly what Matt Moxie said. You have to like scalp or trail your stop tightly. But NQ, trailing your stop tightly is going to hurt you more than it helps you in NQ. So one, you got to figure out the right market for that type of trading, which I think will probably be like maybe more ES where it's not so much manipulation. But yeah, it's just gonna have to you're gonna have to take like little chunks at a time until you get to the point where it freezes. I don't know if your balance freezes over there, but trade day, once you get over, think like 52,000 or something, your balance stays 2,000 and keeps growing from that point. It's only trailing until you get over the buffer. Once you get over the buffer, you have your drawdown stops. But but yeah, that's gonna be the best way though, bro. It's just to build your account balance up and really try to do more scalps and keep your stops tight. Yeah, I feel you. So I mean, you can it's kind of two ways you could look at that, right? You might feel like you turn it into a degen with end of day accounts, but you're just giving more trading opportunities because you're not blowing the account until the end of day if you're with your balance. But when you have intraday, you keep going in, you're gonna blow it twice as fast. So it's not I don't think it's really helping you as far as like in that aspect, it's just making you blow it faster. Unless the fact that you know is an intraday, it makes you like trade it differently. Like as far as that, as far as like, cutting your trades and not trying to over trade or, you know, really taking your profits when you can, then yeah, then I think, I definitely think it's better for you. But if you ask me, I'm end the day all the way. Oh, no stop loss? Oh yeah, no, you're crazy. You're one of those. He's one of those. No, I'm just playing. My boy, Max, he hasn't been in here for a little bit, but he's the same. You remember Max? Yeah, one stop. Y'all chopped it up, but he's the same way. Loves not putting a stop on his trades. I can't trade like that. Even with me being up as much as I was today, I wouldn't even feel comfortable like turning my stop off, like just closing the stop pending order. But yeah, hey, Joey Bags, I did get in on buys on gold. I went long on gold into that screenshot that I sent. I went long. I didn't get in any sales, but the sales was where it was at. But I ended up getting to the charts after the sell off, so I'm looking at where we moved from and where we went to. And then I think if you look at the charts, like on the daily, like that whole move down was into like a 4-hour fair value gap or a daily fair value gap. So once we did that, I started looking for longs. Again, I was just looking for it to be like a pullback, kind of like how this was set up. But I'm not too used to the way gold moves. So I did end up winning on that trade and I closed it out after, but I did post in the chat that I was like expecting it to go to like 42.50 or something. But it definitely didn't go there. It went to the 41.45 first, which was good. But it definitely didn't get to the where I was thinking. Yeah, you see I had this fib out here. So I was thinking like, we came down here, we had this crazy like retracement. So I got in on this retracement. You can see this fair value gap. That's where I got in at right here. I got in, and this little move from here to here was like, I can't remember how much it was, but the screenshots in the Discord, but that's all that it took to make that. But yeah, I was kind of thinking we could probably come up and test these 15-minute equal highs up here. That's also the OTE of the push down. So I was thinking that could be like a retracement. But again, I'm still new to gold, so I don't know. I'm like doing my NQ techniques on gold, and I know it's not the same. I know it's still the chart. Like a lot of the stuff still works the same, but certain things are different. But yeah. But all right, y'all. That was a good session today. I'm about to get up out of here. Hey, if y'all haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, man. Keep up with your boy. I'll be back on here tomorrow and Friday. The Discord is pinned at the top. Go ahead and jump in the Discord. I do hop in there throughout the day and drop things that I'm seeing. So if y'all want to be in tune with that, go ahead and join. But other than that, man, y'all have a good one. Good luck. Well, y'all should be done already, so no more luck needed. But for Asia session, good luck, and then we'll catch up tomorrow. Y'all have a good one.